Hello, 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 hello. Hey, everybody. I'm not sure how YouTube Live works, so I'm kind of frustrated with the Facebook situation. Look at my stains. This is crazy. You can tell I'm farming now. Got my co-op hat on. I'll talk about that in just a second. But the current situation is actually something that I'm going to start doing to kind of give the current situation of my farming situation. Just to give you an example, or just to kind of tell you what turnip truck and pickling impaired and all that is all about. Is this is my first year farming. I mean, I've been helping my dad farm and do things back in Tennessee, and it's kind of how I was raised, and brings me to kind of why I'm wearing the co-op hat, the big orange co-op hat my sister gave me when my dad passed. We all got them, and it's pretty cool that what I'm doing now is actually something that my dad did. I'm not sure when he started farming, but he was more of a goat and cattle farmer. But what I want to do with pickling impaired and the turnip truck is actually incorporate it into the other three aspects of my business that I have, which I'm kind of running away from because I'm a marketer, a digital marketer, and I was doing direct sales wine, and then also I was doing Airbnbs. And and even though I'm standing here now in Mississippi, where we're waiting on tornadoes and tennis ball size hail to show up, I I don't know, a little nervous about what I've got planted and in the ground right now. And my garden doesn't look the best, but it's been heck building the electric fence and to keep the deer out and doing all the things that you need to do to be a farmer. And normally, whenever I have a question about what I'm doing with plumbing or otherwise, my shirt's twisting because I'm kind of twisting for where I'm standing because I don't want you to see the door jam. What I'm doing is I've got plenty of things in the ground, and what I've got in the ground is things that I'm growing to be able to pair and make meals with later to either sell them in frozen format or actually deliver them in a box, so like fresh or Hello Fresh or whatever, so that you can cook a meal as soon as you pull it out of the box and making the recipes. So that's the pickling and paired. Pickling with my new little adventure is actually where like painting with a twist. Well, we're pickling with a twist. So, I'm going to take a whiskey or a vodka or my traveling vineyard wines and pair them with a menu item that I'm doing. So you can either have, lemonade, or you can have the Lynchburg lemonade that I create with it. So I'm kind of excited about that, but being able to take it from farm to table is something that I'm really, really super, super excited about. Um, Here, this is a picture of my dad. I miss my daddy. He was just a simple man, and never in my life have I ever had a relationship with someone like I did with him, just like most of you probably could feel the same way. So, picklingandpaired.com, it is pickling and paired.com, and A&D spelled out, of course. But picklingandpaired.com, I'm building that website to be a blog and recipes and ideas and my journey as a farmer, and also a store where you can buy like all of the different things that I'm growing in the garden. My I don't have my other camera hooked up for me to show you my dry erase board. I guess I could just show it to you this way. Woo! There's all my farm and all the things we got going in the garden, all the things I got going in the garden. I'm a little behind on some things, which is okay because, I've always been notorious for doing things kind of fast and moving really fast. And this time I am kind of taking it slow, even though I'm beating myself up every day that I don't have everything in the ground that I need to get in the ground. But I'm learning, and I hope that this is something that I do on an ongoing basis because I promise you, as a digital marketer, a web developer, and I just dropped dad in the floor. A web developer and digital signage creator and that kind of thing. That this is a little bit more. It's not forgiving at all. You got to do it right, or you kill a tomato plant. I got two that I'm just letting them sit out there because I've already killed them, but I won't dig them up because I don't want to admit that I killed them. But I promise you, this is the gardening and raising these chickens and that kind of stuff that I'm doing now is making me smile a little bit more. It's been a rough week. I had a really super rough week, and today is Easter Sunday, and I guess what I keep hearing is Jesus had a rough week this week too, and I'm definitely not comparing myself to Jesus, but maybe it was just what we were supposed to go through this week with the pandemic out there, and everybody dodging the coronavirus, and then today we're dodging tennis ball size hail and tornadoes, and it should be hitting any time. So I wanted to do a little YouTube live just to kind of explain who I was and what I'm doing and what I'm trying to do with Pickling Impaired, and get some interest. I may not have enough in the ground. I mean, I know everybody's gone to gardening and that kind of thing, but this is something that I'm going to do forever. I hope that God blesses me with it and that I can help some people. And I've never really been a giver. Like, I got a lot of media friends back home that, they give all the time. And I give a lot, and a lot of things are taken from me a lot, which has been taken from me a lot, which keeps me from being as generous as I could be. And, this time, I'm growing stuff, and I hope to have leftovers to be able to help people. And if there is somebody out there that that needs a box of vegetables in the next 3 or 4 weeks, let me know, and I'll do everything in my power. I did lose everything 3 weeks ago, and it's funny. My bank account has gone down to 65 cents several times over the last 3 weeks after the $2,800 of Airbnb refunds and digital signage that was paid for, and then I wasn't able to recoup it from the customers. And so it's been a challenging week, but it's making me a better person, I think. And I hope to continue being a better person. I am working on being a better person. I guess, when you're the only Fruit Loop and a bowl of Cheerios, sometimes you kind of forget. Um, I have my own problems. I have my own issues, but I really am working on being a better person and being a little more receptive to other people's feelings. And I am kind of intuitive, and I know things sometimes, and I can kind of project things sometimes and predict things sometimes with intuition, and it gets me in trouble. So I'm always working like, it could be raining now, and I'm trying to figure out how to get the water out of the driveway before the rain even starts. And I don't even know how much water is going to be in the driveway. Bad analogy, I guess, but I just wanted to use it. So I've been advertising that I have the $5 membership. Excuse me. I am going to have the $5 membership because I am working diligently to compare my prices for everything that I'm selling and I have in the ground to be more in the lines of less or at the Walmart price, and not so much the farmer's market price. And I may not be able to exist that way, but I think after all this is over, I'm still going to have a digital signage company, and I'm still going to have a direct sales wine business, and I hope to build some relationships with some whiskeys and bourbons and vodkas and rums and that kind of thing locally, some local distillers. I am in Mississippi, and it's odd that I'm here. I was stuck here at the Luke Bryan tour several years ago, and I said, I'll never be back in this place. I got stuck here. And now, after my trip around the United States last year, I ended up in Mississippi, and I'm not real thrilled to be in Mississippi, but I don't know Mississippi very well yet. I know a few people, and it just seems, with me coming from the outside to a small town, it is kind of hard for me to get to know people for real. And I've never had that problem before. I always seem to have a plethora of people follow me around everywhere. So I am learning everything that I can. If you're in Mississippi, and Brookhaven and Bogachetta, and anywhere like in a 30-mile radius of Bogachetta, I am going to do the turnip truck this year. And that $5 membership for the turnip truck works for the driveway delivery or the doorstep delivery. Doorstep delivery, I ship UPS within 30 hours. USPS, the United States Post Office, as much as possible, because I have friends that are working for the post office. But so all of that is on the website. The website is not complete, but it is set up so you can subscribe and that kind of thing. I am going to sell gift certificates for $5, and it's going to be a $10 gift certificate, so that you will be able to pay for your next month too. So it's really like you're getting 30 days free. I'm trying to do that just so I can keep generating income to keep the not touch your face. to keep the vegetables going, and if this hail damage breaks everything I got growing out in the garden right now, that actually I can replace it kind of quickly. I know we're getting the stimulus check, but I'd like to do some smarter things with that because I'm not real sure about this stimulus check. But I will make these videos a little bit more interesting and probably do it from the garden from time to time. But I really appreciate the opportunity to be able to have the knowledge to do what I'm doing right now. You think I'd have the knowledge to do laundry? That's bugging me. But I want to here. I'm going to give you all the. I'm going to give you all the. I'm going to give you all the address for Pickling Impaired. It's picklingimpaired.com. The turnip truck is actually under the turnip truck, and Yum is the recipe blog. And I am going to make a lot of it membership based. So when you pay your $5 or buy the $5 gift certificate, your membership begins, and you're able to access pages on the website that just the general public can't get. And you will eventually be able to access special pricing. Right now, I'm not worrying about the pricing. So you pay the $5, order anything on Harvest Day. Harvest Day will be on Thursday. And then once the harvest is posted and put on the website, you're able to order immediately, either for delivery or for turnip truck. So if you put it on turnip truck, though, you got to be inside the zip code. And if you schedule it for turnip truck, then I'll notify you if you're out of the area or whatever, and then you would just have to pay the shipping. But we're coming up May the 8th. I should have things that start unless this tornado really takes us out. The chickens that I just got a few weeks ago, they actually ate about 400 plants of cabbage and lettuce and cauliflower and some mixed spicy greens. So I kind of missed the boat on that one. But I went down to the local feed store and was able to pick up some more stuff. So it's pretty exciting. So I hope you can go to picklingimpaired.com. I am going to do a turnip truck page separately, probably. Pickling Impaired is more for let me show you how and let me teach you how kind of stuff. And I'm getting quail so that we can start doing quailed eggs, and I'm going to pickle as many things as I can, from onions to okra to green beans to anything that can pickle. We're going to pickle it. And so that I can ship that, of course, and then of course vegetables, and then dry herbs, and then I'm going to order a press so that I can do essential oils. And how cool is that? So I want to do a lot of things, and I really enjoy the property I live on here, and hopefully I'll meet people through the farmers connections and that kind of thing, so that I can, at least have a social life, because I am kind of built socially. I do like to be out and about. I've done trade shows and bar gigs for so long that there we go. That's silly. I'm not shaving very much these days. I don't see many people, but I am going to start doing a bunch of stuff to get out and about and meet some people and find out what Mississippi is all about. And this is cool. Like I'm learning a lot about myself, and I'm learning that I can slow down a little bit, and I don't have to have everything done today. And with a garden, you can't do it all today, but you can definitely give it a shot. So this is my current situation, and I hope that you subscribe to my channel, and I hope that you come back and see me from time to time. And definitely go and check out Pickling Impaired, sign up for the mailing list, and then whenever the gift certificates are posted on there, I hope you guys take advantage of $10 gift certificate for $5, which will allow you to use for your monthly membership. And that membership is just a commitment. And if I know how many people is going to look at buying this season by paying that $5, then I know that what I need to grow more and such. And I will be putting a poll on the blog soon where you can vote for the things that you would purchase if you were to pay the $5, and it'll give me an idea of what else I need to work on. So listen, I'm going to go take a Xanax, and I'm going to go drink a beer, and I'm going to watch a movie because I get a day off today. And honestly, this farming life is a 10 to 12 hour a day job, but I'm loving every second of it, and excited to pull some of my stuff that was working so well for the last 4 months back into my program. But for now, it's eggplant and cucumbers and chives and onions and potatoes and beans and corn and all of that stuff. It's just all that stuff. I'm very excited for it. I'm glad that I paid attention a little bit to my grandma Still, my papa Still, my Aunt Ursa, and I'm so glad Mama Sue was so jealous that I did all this stuff for my bedridden arthritic grandma Verdell, that she made me help her in the garden too, just because Mama Still made me do it. So that's just Mama Sue's kind of way. But I'm glad all that happened, and I'm very glad that the last few years that my dad was alive, we had a relationship, and in that relationship, it revolved around lawn mowing, weed eating, garden growing, goats, chickens, and I didn't really get involved in the cows. That was more his thing, but I'm so glad that I had that, and my dad gave me that information for me to pass on. I miss being able to call him and ask him how to fix stuff, I promise, because I've been doing plumbing and fence building and all that stuff, and I could call him, and he could communicate with me, and we would make it through it. But I've been doing okay. My friends have treated me right in the whole situation, and I just want you to go to picklingandpear.com, get to know me there, and I will continue to add to it. I've been working in the garden so much, it's not the best website right now, but just know that it's going to get better, and so will this channel. So hang tight. Hang tight. I'm going to bring my TV days into play. I'm going to bring my personality days into play, and I'm going to break all the rules because I don't have anybody to make happy but you. No advertisers, nobody. Just you and me and this guy.